Welcome to week 1 of the Werewolf Online Top 5 Plays series. So, this is a new series, hosted by myself, which is going to feature Werewolf Online plays from across the community. This week's plays were taken from already known Werewolf Online YouTubers. However, starting from next week, I'm looking for your submissions for next week's Top 5 Werewolf Online plays. If you really want to be featured, and you want to share your gameplay with the rest of the Werewolf Online community, all you have to do is email your footage to hugewwo@gmail.com, that's going to appear in the description as well, or go to my Discord and join, and then send me a YouTube link of the YouTube video that you've uploaded. And don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and follow me on Twitter so that you don't miss next week's episode, and also any other content that I've got coming out in the meantime. Now, with that out of the way, let's get the show on the road. In place number 5, we have Mick, who manages to take the win as Cupid while supporting his couple. He couples Jack early on with another person, which is always a good play, and manages to get checked good early, but thanks to a priest water, the aura who checked him is found as a wolf seer. The villagers then suffer a damaging night 2 with both of their informers down. Seven gets suspicious and accuses him of being coupled, but Mick then takes the initiative and puts out the confident sacrifice play to deter the suspicion while avoiding danger since he's Cupid and he's not coupled. He uses his village credit to manipulate 6 into voting 7, and with Cannibal being shot by the marksman, the coupled wolf is able to kill 5. Now all that's left for him to do is to claim Cupid. For the couple, this is an easy play and they take down 11, and then later on, they kill the last remaining player and take the lover win. Up next in number 4 is Hyperstein. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. He's also a very famous YouTuber in the Werewolf Online community, so go and check out his content. This is one on his video. Actually, this is from one of his Werewolf Online streams. After night 1, where the Aura Seer dies, he manages to have the good luck to be coupled as the bomber with the mayor. He manages to kill all 3 of his initial victims in a diagonal line on the second night, which is a great result and surely a good start to the game for him. He quickly then sets up for his next 3 victims, putting a lot of pressure on the other players in a high-paced style of play. This game was kind of a walkover considering he was playing customs with his subscribers, but he does manage to get off a couple of great detonation sequences, as you can see in the video. He just took down another 3 people with 1 bomb. That's 6 in a row. With Tough Guy and the last wolf dead, all that's left to do is to outvote the last player, who is not the fool, since they have the mayor on their side. And then, they'll kill the fool at night using bomb. This will kill immediately since it's the last player. Through managing to kill most of the players with bombs, and using his good looks and charm to avoid being killed, despite the fact that they know his role, he manages to stay alive and win the game as Bomber, who has been coupled with the mayor. Now, since I didn't have a lot of content to choose from this week, I wanted to showcase a play I made as Beast Hunter claiming medium on my stream. I've also made a YouTube video about this, so go check it out if you haven't done so already. On day 1, having been checked unknown, I claim medium acting the average gold player. My teammates question my choice of revealing so early, but the real medium smells a rat and doesn't come clean, which is exactly what I'm after. My plan pays off as I managed to not only bait a nightmare wolf to use their ability on me, but also to get the wolves to try and kill me. I've already trapped myself, so I get the kill onto 4, who is the nightmare werewolf. It's hard to say whether this was the play that won the game, but it was a lot of fun to do and it was certainly a good start to the game. Following number 3 is of course number 2, and who better to do it than Sect himself, known on YouTube as For the Sect. Known by many in the community as a strong player, he's always one to be feared when on a solo role. In this game he initially claims medium on day 1, and much like in my strategy doesn't get counterclaims, although his eventual strategy is yet to be seen. When questioned, he explains that he was attempting to bait nightmares from the Nightmare Wolf, which while not giving away his true role, does work towards securing him village credit. He goes for the glitch onto the remaining info giver night 2, and claims his headhunter with a dead target the next day. Since he has claimed medium earlier on, the fact that it's unlikely he'll be a solo killer will linger in the minds of the villagers. Continuing to frame and pushing onto 6, he manages to survive for another night, despite the suspicion from a couple villagers. Ten gets shot as Alpha Werewolf, and then he decides to glitch 15, but unluckily the wolves choose that target too, putting him in kind of a bad spot. However, a helping hand from a villager who knows they're beaten allows him to gain the upper hand on the wolves at the end, but it's hard to say it's not well deserved, after the mind games he played earlier on. And as he corrupts 7, he takes the open vote onto 16. And then he ends the game for a well-deserved solo win. And finally at number 1, we have another clip from my stream due to the lack of content, but it's not me. This time, it's Mickey again, with a great serial killer play, with some strong village manipulation. An early detective claim puts him in the spotlight, but he's gaining village credit well, with 5 already believing that there's a possibility that he's real. He then chooses to attack 9, who is the aura, but unluckily the wolves have also attacked there too with a werewolf frenzy, and immediately the real detective is calling him out. With the correct evil callout onto 8, he successfully gains some village credit, and looks to make a play the following day, by claiming jackpot with 13-14 both being wolves. He then pushes onto 13 despite the shot onto villager 14, claiming that there was a shaman play at work, and he somehow manages to use the village credit from before to persuade the village to vote for 13. Having essentially set himself up to be seen as the fool playing detective, the gun is also dead and he's set himself up perfectly for the serial killer win. The villagers struggle to decipher what has happened with a lack of information, and eventually the medium is lynched, the beast hunter suicides, and all he has to do is take down the fool during the night to get his win and earn his spot at the number 1 of this week's Werewolf Online Top 5. That's all for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button so I can keep putting out these videos. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.